Today I'm sharing a Shein plus size try on haul. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Tamela, and here on this channel we are all about style and confidence at any size. So if you like the video and you like what you see, then be sure to stick around and subscribe for more. We would love to have you guys join a part of our little family, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Like I said before, today I'm going to be sharing a Shein plus size try on haul. So if y'all are interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. So before we go ahead and jump into the video, I did have a couple of points I wanted to talk with you about Shein, because if you haven't shopped there before, you've probably seen good things, bad things, you're probably a little weary. So I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of my experience shopping with them. And I will link a playlist up above and down below in the description box, just kind of sharing some different try on hauls I've done with them. I have had some hits and I've had some misses with Shein, but I've never had any problems. I mean, obviously they're a super inexpensive company, so there's some things are going to be kind of terrible quality, some things are going to be like gems, diamonds in the rough, and you're going to be so excited about it. I've had both things happen, but I've never had any issues with their shipping. I usually actually get their express shipping, and I think their express shipping is only like $12, and I've gotten it within like a couple of days, and I've done not the express shipping and still not had to wait like a super long or drawn out amount of time. I've had no problems with their shipping. I've had no problems with returns. I return the things that I don't like, the things that don't fit. Never had any issues with that. Cards getting stolen, any of that. I've never had any of those experiences. I've actually only had really great experiences with them as like a company. And then as far as their sizing goes, their 4XL is a US size 20, and then their 5XL is a US size 22. So I tend to get the 4X or the 5X wherever I can. Most things go up to a 4X in their curve section, but not everything goes up to a 5X. So I just get either or depending on what's the biggest size that they offer in that particular piece. Some things run small, some things don't. Definitely read the reviews, but as far like what I just do is I just find whatever I think is the cutest, as long as it has majority good reviews. I just kind of go for it, and like I said, never had an issue with returns. So if it doesn't turn out to be something that I like, then I just send it back. So a mouthful of that just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a rundown of the company and the experience that I've had. The first piece that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is this camo print tee, and I'm wearing it in a size 5XL, and it was $9. This is a really great everyday tee. I have some of my everyday pieces that have become my favorites that are from Shein, and I mean, for $9, you kind of can't beat that. And this was one where I was like really surprised with the quality of it, because sometimes Shein can tend to have like just their tops are like on the shorter side, and so that's like really annoying because you're like, this was really cute if it had an extra 2 inches. But I found that this top had a really good length to it. The quality of the material was actually very soft, breathable, comfortable, like 10 out of 10, would buy it again. And I love a good camo print. You guys know there's probably something camo print in nearly every video that I share, because I feel like it's a really great neutral. It pairs well with a lot of different things. It's really easy to pattern mix with different things. So really great everyday basic tee for $9. The next piece that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is this tropical print top, and I'm wearing it in a size 4XL, and it was $10. And I love the print on this. I think it's going to be really beautiful for spring and into summertime, which if you don't like the lighter white color in this, it's actually also available in a black. But I will say that for the white, it is a little bit more on the sheer side, not completely see-through, but definitely more on the sheer side. You could probably see the outline of your bra. I would continue to wear it normally. I did style it normally. It didn't really bother me, but that might be something you want to keep in mind. If that's not your jam, you might want to move over to that black color, but love the pattern of this. It also has that kind of baby doll style to it, which I really love. It's going to create a little bit of shape at the waist and accentuate you. That is always the name of my game, having a little bit more of an apple shape. I really don't have much of a natural waist, so any top that's going to kind of create that and define it for me is key. And I also love the ruffle print detail on the sleeve. And with that, I want to say that it's not too tight, because sometimes with those like more, sheer chiffon style tops, the seam can be really tight here around the arm. Not finding that with this one at all. Definitely wasn't too tight, and it was like a really subtle ruffle, nothing too loud, nothing too in your face. And then you also have a really nice length when you put it on, because again, very hit or miss. Some things can be on the shorter side, and this one definitely wasn't the longest one I put on, but it also wasn't one that I would have an issue wearing. The next piece that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is this tulip hem t-shirt dress, and I am wearing it in a size 5XL, and it was $17. And I love a good classic black and white stripe. It is a timeless piece. It'll be a staple in your wardrobe for years to come, because just a timeless black and white stripe is everything for me, and I love it. Great for layering all of the things. With that being said, I also really love the material of this dress. It's a little bit more of a, I want to say almost like a spandexy sort of material, so it's very light, breathable, and stretchy. But with that being said, that is what's going to show more of the line. So kind of the stretchier you get, typically the more lines that you see. And so with it also being a lighter color and a stretchier material, it does make lines a lot more visible. However, that is for your comfort. You could not wear shapewear, you could wear it. Some people, when you're able to see a lot of the lines, you really want to wear shapewear with it. Totally up to you. I just wanted to throw that out there, that lines are a lot more visible with this dress. And I love the belt on it because, again, it's going to create some nice shape of the waist for you. And then you have the tulip hem. Love-hate relationship. You know, it's very nice, it's beautiful, and I love it because I think it adds a nice visual interest and statement to an otherwise basic, classic, you know, black and white striped t-shirt dress. But with the material being so like light and breathable, if it flows with the air, your goodies will be out there because there is no like structure in there. It really is just like two pieces of fabric overlaid. Believe me, lived through this when I was taking pictures in this dress, and if the wind blows the wrong way, your goodies will be out there for the world. So that's always something to keep in mind. I just would pin it, and that's kind of my situation with both things. I just tend to pin it just to err on the side of caution and not have my goodies out there for the world because better safe than sorry. But it is a really nice length on me. I'm 5'7" for reference, and this probably came, I'm trying to remember, I think it came like right past my knee, but I really like it. It's a great twist on the classic t-shirt dress with adding a little bit more shape because t-shirt dresses are otherwise pretty shapeless. I mean, they're cute, but they're pretty shapeless. They don't do a lot for you. I usually pair them with a jacket, but this is going to be something that's going to be really great because it's going to bring a little bit of shape and visual interest to an otherwise basic piece. With that being said, I did want to remind you guys that Shein is a part of my Ultimate Plus Size Shopping Guide, which is always linked down below in the description box for a free download. It is a curated guide of over 30 plus size retailers and retailers that carry plus sizes. There is a difference, and it's outlined in the guide, so that's always down below as a resource. The next piece that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is this heart graphic tee, and I'm wearing it in a size 5XL, and it was $11, and this is going to be the perfect piece for Valentine's Day, but I say that kind of solemnly because I feel like this video is not going to go up in time for you guys to get this for Valentine's Day, so I apologize in advance. But I ended up styling this tee actually with a leather midi skirt from Boohoo. Y'all, when I like it, just game changer. I will say that this t-shirt is on the thinner side, so it definitely is going to be a little bit see-through, but I wore it with a midi skirt that kind of came up to here, so it really just did not make that big of a difference to me. And I think this one was also a little bit on the shorter side as well, which again, paired with a mini skirt, didn't make that big of a difference. So totally gonna depend on how you style it. If you plan on just wearing it regularly, you might not love this one because I think it is a hair on the short side, but the print on it is, so it's a heart, but it's like kind of like a rose petal situation, but it is a like vinyl print, it feels like, and not exactly printed on the t-shirt. So with that being said, I'm not sure how that would hold up over time. I haven't had issues with any of my other Shein clothing so far, fingers crossed, but I also haven't got anything that's like vinyl printed on it. So keep that in mind. Not sure exactly how this would last, but I do think it's just a really cute and simple graphic tee for $11, and I absolutely loved the way that it looked paired with that leather skirt. The next piece that I have to share with you guys is this tiered top, and I'm wearing it in a size 4XL, and it was $14, and I love a classic tier top. I have a few favorites from a few different retailers, and I just love the look of them because they're just like flowy, they have some movement to them, and they're very flattering. As you can see, when you get to this kind of like top layer of like the tier, it adds a little bit of shape at your waist and then kind of flows out, which is going to be super flattering. Very similar to that of like a peplum detail, but like not as aggressive, if that makes sense, because like a peplum detail just kind of comes out, this kind of flows out. Same, but like different. Same concept though. And I love the way that it looks, and it's really flattering. This is actually listed on the site as maroon. It looks kind of purple to me personally, but you tell me. I think it looks kind of purple. It's also available in I think like a green and a navy color, which it is like kind of heathered, which I love. I love the look of heathered colors. I think it adds a nice dimension to the piece, and I love the way that this falls. I don't like when tiered tops, like the tier like falls like on my boobs or like around my boobs. I just feel like it looks weird. I like it to kind of start a little bit lower like this one does, so I really love that. It's just a really flattering, simple, basic top, and these tiered tops are seriously some of my favorites, and it has a really great length to it. Like a really perfect length, would not bat an eyelash at it, looks so good. The next piece that I'm sharing with you guys is this black and gold wrap top, and I'm wearing it in a size 5XL, and it was only $7, y'all. Say it with me, $7, such a deal. A lot of things that I love, but I do have some cons to this piece as well. So firstly, I love the color combo. Black and gold is super simple and classic. And I love sort of the pattern on it. And I guess I say pattern like that because I just don't know exactly what pattern it is, because it almost looks like diamonds, but it's not really. When you look at it up close, it almost looks like kind of like gold brush strokes. if that makes any sense at all. I don't know, but I love the way that it looked. So I love the pattern. I love the fit of it. It has like a nice little, almost like a softer peplum detailing towards the bottom, but it is very, 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 very much on the short side, which is like, I'm like, why Shein? This was so good. So it is very much on the short side. I don't love that, but for $7, I feel like I could commit to wearing this with high-waisted jeans. That's just me. Take it with a grain of salt, but I mean, $7 is such a steal and a deal. I might could get over it. I'm still thinking on it. Might could get over it though, but keep in mind, very, very much on the short side. Now, I also do have a taller, like my taller half of my body is my torso and not my legs, so take that with a grain of salt as well. But it also has, for me, like a gap, I guess, because where the faux wrap is, it almost is like stitched kind of in this spot. I hope this is making any amount of sense, but it's got the wrap and it's kind of stitched right here so it doesn't come apart. But with that being said, I don't have the biggest chest in the world, so I have like a little bit of extra fabric there, and there is kind of a gap. So pros, cons, take it as you will. I really like the pattern and like the overall style of it though, but I don't know, man, the length kind of throws me off. I don't love it, but I'm still thinking on it. The next top that I have to share with you guys is this floral ruffle sleeve top, and I'm wearing it in size 4XL, and it was $13, and I loved the idea of this top. The top on the model I loved the concept, but the execution was not my favorite. I just did not love the way that it looked on me. It was just a very awkward fit, and it's like you put something on, you're like, I can't even pinpoint what it is that I super dislike about this. I just didn't like it. It just wasn't my favorite. It was like kind of like snug right here, like in the middle of my boobs, which sometimes, you know, that's the situation. And it is a more like a gauzy style material, so that material doesn't have a lot of stretch to it on a typical day. It had the ruffle sleeves, but I felt like they fanned out really weird, and it wasn't quite what I wanted to see. And then it kind of had like the seam in the middle for the like that where like there was like a random ruffle, but it was like kind of right here on the bottom of my boot, and it just didn't look good. I was like, this is not my favorite look. Now, it was longer in the back, which I love. It had a really good length to it, but as far as like the overall style of it, I was like love it, but don't love it. And I have actually a different shirt in that pattern that I love, which is why I got that one, because I love that pattern and I think it's beautiful, but that top just was not working for me. So that was definitely going to be one that's going back. Just not my favorite. And I hate to say that things are bad. I'm like, ugh, just did not love the way that it looked on me. The next piece that I'm sharing with you guys is this color block tiered top, and I'm wearing it in a size 5XL, and it was $13. And this one was like a cute similar style to the other tier top, but it was like all of the things that I didn't like about it was in that one. So for one, it had that like where it starts like at it gets weird. I just don't like when this seam starts like at my boobs. It looks weird to me. I don't think it's flattering. I think it's a very awkward place for a seam to be, and that will immediately turn me off to a top. So didn't love it for that reason. But this one is actually available in multiple different colorways. But this one in particular, the white pattern in it, I hope you guys can see that that it's showing in the try on haul, is definitely a thinner, more see-through material, which, I mean, it's in the middle. I don't think it really matters a ton, but if that bothers you, you might want to keep that in mind. It did have a really great length on it, though, otherwise. And then something I also found really weird, which is one of my favorite things about tiered tops, is it didn't have a ton of movement. It's not that it was... like, I want to say I was on the stiff side, but it's not that the fabric was stiff feeling. I mean, it was soft fabric. I didn't mind it, but it just didn't have a ton of like swing and movement to it, which is kind of one of the things that I loved about tier top. So again, great idea. Execution, not really my favorite. It did have a little bit of like a ruffle sleeve detail, which was cute, but overall, Shein has cuter stuff. I would kind of pass on this one. And last but certainly not least, I have this geometric print top to share with you guys, and I'm wearing this in a size 5XL, and it was $13. And right off the bat, I would suggest sizing down in this one, because from whatever your typical like size you would get in Shein, because I got this in the 5X, and it was definitely like oversized, very roomy. I think it runs on the larger side, and I liked this top, but I also was like very indifferent about it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. There was nothing necessarily wrong with it. I was just like, nah. And I just think I didn't love the pattern a ton once I got it in. I liked the colorway. It had like the cream and the black and that hint of like burnt orange, which I thought was kind of cute. But once I got it in, I was like, there are other patterns, you know, there are better patterns. It was longer length in the back, regular length in the front, good length to it, nothing too short. It was like a lighter weight, breathable, more chiffon style material. And then it had some like buttons going down the front, which, like I said, neither loved nor hated. It was just one of those tops that kind of made you go like, meh. and I don't think we should really have meh clothes in our closet personally. So this is definitely not one that I'll be keeping, because I feel like your clothes should get you excited and ready to put them on and just really excited about them. Was not excited about this top, but there wasn't anything, you know, necessarily wrong with it. But with that being said, that is going to be it for my Shein plus size try on haul, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know which piece was y'all's favorite, as well as be sure to head down to the description box and check out the links for everything, and also download your free copy of the Ultimate Plus Size Shopping Guide. And I really hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky.